Yo, it's your boy Leopold back in the video. And today,
Man, you just messed up my whole intro. What's up, YouTube? It's your boy TJ back at another video. And today we're going to be live streaming.
I'm joking.
Alright, bro, we playing. I'm playing with Leopold. Subscribe, bro. Subscribe to my YouTube channel, bro.
All caps, the L is caps, and the P is cap.
Uh-huh. But like, he ain't even telling his subscribers to subscribe to my account.
You said, hey guys, just subscribe to Crisp-Dwn-Tj. Y'all see it? His username, go subscribe.
Crisp-Dwn-Tj.
I mean, Crisp-Dwn-Tj.
Say that every time somebody pop up on your thing, alright?
Oh.
Subscribe to Crisp-Dwn-Tj.
Y'all show him support, guys. He has 0 subscribers.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I know. Big 0 subscribers in the chat. You left for chest behind. Hey, if it's a rift to go in here, I'm gonna use it right away. Man, that's a bit pop, bro. Hate that. You can go ahead that sniper though.
Yeah, I thought you were dumb.
Yeah, you thought I had rift to go because you heard that rift to go. I'm gonna take my horse. I'm gonna walk. I'm going in the circle, bro. Come on, what you doing?
No, you see that fight? You see that fight? We're wrestling.
You thought? Oh, you see that person? You see that player? Oh, you rushing that, bro?
I hit him for 80. Slow, slow.
Got him.
Hit him for 80. 2 times.
Teammate on me.
Kill him. Finished. Let me get his teammate, RPG. Yeah, he's low. Don't use RPG! What are you doing? No, What are you doing? No! What is he doing?
Boy, don't get off PG.
You're so
Oh, you got that cracker ball now, boy. Stop playing, man. You sold me.
Guys, he's selling me on 2K. He's selling me on Fortnite. What else did you want to do? Probably run into a tree with your go kart.
No, you ran to the tree with your go kart. I'll post that video because Kendall sent it to me. Oh, shoot, bro.
When was that?
Huh?
When was that?
No, funny, bro. I got no people on my chat.
That's why you invite your friends.
Oh, invite people to my. Alright, bet.
Go to 7.
What you doing here?
You go all the way down to 7.
I don't know either, bro. But what, bro? Alright, advanced settings. Man, what? I don't know. I'm just gonna invite people to myself. Forget it, bro.
Oh, dude.
What is going on? I can't do it.
Guys, I'm sorry.
Yeah. Oh my god. Oh my god.
Dab on these haters. This is my world, so dab on these haters.
Trey. Boy, if you oh, Trey, I just punch you in your head.
Want me to give my answer?
What's up, YouTube? It's your boy, TJ. Back here again with another video.
We already started streaming, so start doing your intro like 50 times.
Okay. Bro, I got 0 subscribers. I'm so lonely in my chat.
You ever get free or low cost birth control?
Free subscribers. I like free subscribers. Well, please subscribe. First now,
yeah, but I'm just gonna do the beat. I'm gonna do the beat. That's gonna be my intro. I'm gonna do the beat. Yo, I need to download Share Factory.
I got it.
Yeah, but you never do it.
Who can? I can edit good, bro. Stop capping.
I can edit it, but like, I don't really know how to use it.
This boy cannot use. This boy don't know how to use Share Factory. Oh no.
Ninja doesn't know how to use Share Factory.
Cause
That's why YouTubers have editors, because they don't know how to use it.
boy. Okay. Ah, fudge. Move, man. Leave me alone, man. I'm deleting this, bro. Y'all will.
No one's gonna join because you spelled Fortnight wrong.
I don't know how to invite people now. Oh. Hey.
You shouldn't have friends, guys. Guys, oh my god.
I know you can.
Bro, I got comments and you don't. Wanna see my comments, bro?
I just started.
Like, damn, bro. That ain't my name. My name is TJ Evans. It's TJ Evans, bro.
We're going 1v1.
Nope.
You scared? Guys, he's scared of me, guys. 1v1. Guys, TJ's scared. TJ is scared. He's especially scared of me in basketball, too.
Who?
You.
Who? Are you doing 1v1 basketball?
Alright, let's go. Let's go, guys. We'll be back in 30 minutes.
Let's go! Man, I beat you in football. I got flies on one. What you gonna do? Yeah, bro. Stop.
Wow, that would be the camera, not the camera.
likeness, the image, the name of John McCain because it sends me into the ether. It, I think, feeds the insecurity that we talked about a man who is insecure about his own service, his own sacrifice, his own sense of self-worth and honor.
Well, I mean, he also thought being president to make everyone love him deep down, and he's never had that. He's never, if you know the history of Donald Trump in New York City, he's never been in any of the circles that he's always wanted to be in. That's why he's created his own country clubs, because no one ever wanted him in theirs. So he always feels like the boy from Queens that no one wants. And here he is on the global stage You have world leaders who are longing for Obama. You've got pictures of Obama.
McCain had a lot of
He wasn't even the president.
Right.
And he just, the level of depravity inside, no matter what he does, reaching various levels of achievement, the fact that a man has to throw out the fact that I have the nuclear codes when speaking to Piers Morgan, like that lets us know that he's keeping things on his mind.
That's what that means.
That's why they're not priority.
Ashley Parker, thank you for your reporting. I haven't seen you since your tremendous reporting from Japan. We ate it all up here. We loved all of it, and thank you for spending some time with us today. After the break, we'll ask the former director of the CIA how he would evaluate the current president's eagerness to step into the UK's messy Brexit debate and what it says that he's so willing to play kingmaker in another country's domestic affairs. Also ahead, Elizabeth Warren sizing up her venue tonight to accommodate a bigger crowd, and also rising in the polls ahead of tonight's town hall right here on MSNBC. And is Congress getting ready to hold the Attorney General in contempt? All those stories coming up.
Shield annuities from Bright House Financial allow you to take advantage of growth opportunities with a level of protection in down markets, so you can be less concerned about your retirement savings. Talk with your advisor about Shield annuities from Bright House Financial. Build for what's ahead.
You might take something for your heart or joints, but do you take something for your brain? With an ingredient originally discovered in jellyfish, Prevagen has been shown in clinical trials to improve short-term memory. Prevagen, healthier brain, better life.
With the Grubhub delivery app, if you want it all, you can get it all. Get $10 off on your first order. Grubhub. Restaurants you love delivered.
As you now have 76,000 points as part of the loyalty program, there's a 5% discount applied to your hotel room. $120 for the night, please.
Oh, 5% off as well as free Wi-Fi. Not bad. $95 for the night, please, sir.
Wait, what? If you use Trivago, Trivago will compare hotel prices from hundreds of websites worldwide, so you can often find a better deal for your hotel room. And also free Wi-Fi. Try Trivago next time. Hotel Trivago.
When home projects get away from you, use the Home Advisor app to instantly book an appointment with a top-rated pro. Be prepared for whatever home projects come your way. Download the free Home Advisor app today.
What you don't see can hurt you. If you just monitor your credit, you can miss some identity theft threats. LifeLock now includes Norton to help protect you from even more threats. Join now at LifeLock.com.
Driverless cars or trips to Mars. $4.95. Delivery drones or the latest phones. $4.95. No matter what you trade, at Fidelity it's just $4.95 per on-month.
What does health for heart failure look like? It looks like Jill heading off on an adventure. Jill has Entresto, a heart failure medicine that helps her heart so she can keep on doing what she loves. In the largest heart failure study ever, Entresto was proven superior at helping people stay alive and out of the hospital. It helps improve your heart's ability to pump blood to the body. People are pregnant. They can cause harm or death to an unborn baby. Don't take Entresto with an ACE inhibitor or allospirin, or if you've had angioedema with an ACE or ARB. The most serious side effects are angioedema, low blood pressure, kidney problems, or high blood potassium.
The beat goes on.
Ask your doctor about Entresto for heart failure.
Where to next?
Entrust your heart to Entresto.
The beat goes on.
To the fullest. When you need a passionate start to the morning.
Name one of the Democratic contenders that you were positive can beat Trump.
Inside Washington and hear from someone who's been there.
It's not about being too progressive or being too conservative. It's about having a message.
Morning Joe is at 6 on MSNBC.
On the eve of the solemn 75th anniversary of D-Day, the value and importance of America's alliances and the stakes of the president's sometimes contentious relationship with Great Britain has never been clearer. Today, the New York Times highlights the fallout from the president's cringeworthy trip to the UK, where he tried to play kingmaker in someone else's country, a country where he's deeply unpopular. And the Washington Post reflects on the uncertainty of America's role on the world stage, in stark contrast to its strength 75 years ago on D-Day. Writing this, quote, "The future of the post-war order won in battles like D-Day is anyone's guess." In 2019, presidential historian John Meacham noted, "The beaches of Normandy have yet another meaning. These beaches," Meacham says, "teach us the steep toll of isolation in America first, and should be perennial reminders that we cannot escape history." Joining our conversation, former CIA director and now NBC News senior national security analyst John Brennan. Director Brennan, your take on that point about what D-Day signifies, not just in history, but warnings for the future.
Well, Nicole, it's difficult to speak critically of a president of the United States when he's abroad. But I do think we all wish that we had somebody who was a bit more knowledgeable of history as well as more dignified, particularly on the solemn occasion of the 75th anniversary of D-Day, when the alliance, the transatlantic alliance, demonstrated just how important it is to peace and security in the area, in the region, as well as around the globe. And I do think that a number of signals that Mr. Trump has sent over the last 2+ years has really undermined the confidence that our allies have in the United States as far as being the ultimate security guarantor. And that's why when he talks about Brexit and other things, he really doesn't have a grasp of the implications of the United Kingdom's divorce from the European Union, and he doesn't understand just how important the NATO alliance is to keeping those countries together with the United States strong, alive, and united in the face of whatever aggression we might be facing.
And just on the point, John Meacham's point about isolationism, Donald Trump, whether he knows it or not, putting his finger on the scale for some of Europe's most nationalistic, xenophobic, isolationist type movements.
Yes, well, it harkens back to, I think, the isolationist movements that predated World War II and the dangers that that's involved. I do think Mr. Trump has spoken rather disparagingly about the multilateral organizations as well as multilateral agreements and treaties that really do strengthen the ability of the United States to work on these very, very important issues. And so I think Mr. Meacham and others clearly see that what Mr. Trump is doing is undercutting the United States' ability to be the leader of the free world and to make sure that these authoritarian leaders and these tyrants are not able to use political environments in order to strengthen their own grasp on power. He's just, again, sending a very bad signal as America's strongmen, and with the America First mantra, I think he underscores the sovereignty aspects of nationalism and the importance that I think we all attach to making sure that our countries are strong and safe. But this isolationism, this nativism, this, in fact, tribalism that I think we see manifested in many of the movements around the world, I think is being abetted and accelerated and emphasized by Mr. Trump.
Director Brennan, do you accept the premise that he is, at least in his mind, on his best behavior? I mean, is that a fair description of how you view his conduct so far? The starting point.
Well, I think as the other panelists have mentioned, he very much enjoys the pomp and circumstance that is part of a state visit, particularly in the United Kingdom, and the history that goes along with the monarchy there. And when he sticks with the script and when he reads the comments that have been prepared for him, I think he is conveying the importance that the United States attaches to that very special bilateral relationship as well as to the alliance.
So let me ask you, I mean, so we examined him, we did not edit the tape that we started this program with, where he came in talking about, I believe he's talking about Prince Charles. He's deeply dedicated, deeply knowledgeable about climate change. Donald Trump referred to it as something he was really into, but also architecture, talking about how the pace at which the Queen walks. I mean, if you're examining Donald Trump, just observing him from a distance, from what is seen on television and advising other world leaders, what do you say about him?
Well, I think after 2 years, I think we know what Donald Trump is all about. He's all about himself, and he is somebody who is not going to be really interested and having an intellectual curiosity about the real issues that affect all of our lives and the lives of future generations of Americans and Britons and others. And so I think he just continues to have this sort of ad hoc attitude toward these issues, and will speak whatever comes on his mind or tweet. And it really is quite dispiriting. I think most Americans wish that we had somebody who truly was deserving of that office and to lead the United States at a very challenging time of world history. And I don't think we have that. We have somebody who's willing to sort of banter on issues that he knows little about, and quite frankly, I think that he cares little about as well.
Director Brennan, thank you for spending some time with us today and every day. We're grateful to have you. Jeremy, I want to ask you to pick up on something that the director mentioned about isolationism, about, I think what's so jarring about the Trump presidency isn't just how he appears, and we can talk around it. We're not capable of diagnosing anybody, but he clearly appears less capable of sustaining his own thoughts for longer than 4 to 6 seconds. I mean, it used to be he couldn't follow anyone else's conversation. Now he doesn't seem to be able to follow his own train of thought. And I don't know what that means, if anything, but if I'm watching him from American allies or an adversary, I don't know what I think. That's why I'm asking the question. But also, whether knowingly or unknowingly, wittingly or unwittingly, putting his finger on the scale for these populist ways, and not just populist ways, they're xenophobic ways, they're anti-immigrant ways, and he doesn't dance around it, he does so brazenly.
Well, there are the dangers of Trump, and then there are the dangers of Trumpism. And one of the central tenets of Trumpism is this neo-isolationism, this nativism, this notion that we can pull up the drawbridge and isolate ourselves from the rest of the world, that the problems of the world aren't global problems, they're only America's to solve. And so, too, his vision is for other countries to do the same. I mean, the way Vladimir Putin operates is if I can go mano to mano with any country, I can win. But when I have to confront a NATO or a European Union, I lose. That's why Putin is so scared of the European Union, why he supports Brexit. That's why he's so scared of NATO, why he supports fracturing the North Atlantic Alliance.
And Donald Trump is helping him?
And he's absolutely enabling him. And there's a broader issue, too, which is much of Europe is up for grabs in the contest between the United States and China for economic influence. Right. And we see this with the Huawei issue that's been in the headlines recently. I don't think we are gaining much influence in Europe and the UK and elsewhere in bringing them, Europe, into our camp versus China's camp. And that's because we have an American presidency and an approach from this White House that is fundamentally ineffective.
All right, after the break, Elizabeth Warren is rising in some polls. Does her clarity around the question of impeachment have anything to do with it? That story, next.
Here are even more reasons to join T-Mobile. 1, do you like Netflix? Sure you do. That's why it's on us. 2, unlimited data. Use as much as you want, when you want. 3, no surprises on your bill. Taxes and fees included. Still think you have a better deal? Bring in your discount, and we'll match it. That's right. T-Mobile will match your discount.
All right. With the Grubhub delivery app, if you want it all,
Ready for Troy?
you can get it all. And get $10 off on your first order. Grubhub. Restaurants you love, delivered.
Corey is living with metastatic breast cancer, which is breast cancer that is spread to other parts of her body. She's also taking Ibrance with an aromatase inhibitor, which is for postmenopausal women or for men with HR-positive, HER2-negative metastatic breast cancer as the first hormonal-based therapy. Ibrance plus letrozole was significantly more effective at delaying disease progression versus letrozole. Patients taking Ibrance can develop low white blood cell counts, which may cause serious infections that can lead to death. Before taking Ibrance, tell your doctor if you have fever, chills, or other signs of infection, liver or kidney problems, are pregnant, breastfeeding, or plan to become pregnant. Common side effects include low red blood cell and low platelet counts, infections, tiredness, nausea, sore mouth, abnormalities in liver blood tests, diarrhea, hair thinning or loss, vomiting, rash, and loss of appetite. Corey calls it her new normal, because a lot has changed, but a lot hasn't. Ask ask your doctor about Ibrance, the #1 prescribed FDA-approved oral combination treatment for HR. Mediacom customers, go faster. It's sofa streaming, multi-screening, bedroom binging, beanbag blogging, downstairs silent disco dancing, all at the same time, all over the house, kind of fast. Choose from faster speeds, up to an amazing 1 gig, and save.
I doubled my speed, just $10.
Internet customers, boost your speed for as low as $10 more a month for 1 year. Call 844-SCREAM2 today.
Sometimes the pressures of today's world can make it tough to take care of yourself. But Nature's Bounty has innovative ways to help you maintain balance and help keep you active and well-rested. Because we're all better off healthy. Nature's Bounty. Find our coupon in Sunday's paper.
Allergy sufferers, your senses of smell, hearing, and taste are being censored, dulled by allergy congestion. Regain your senses with Nasacort. It's more effective than antihistamines on your worst nasal symptoms, including congestion. Nasacort. Live uncensored. Today.
Her message on impeachment is catching fire, and she leads by a mile in the policy proposal race. 3 weeks to the first debate of the 2020 election season, Elizabeth Warren's supporters now likely feel as though the country is starting to see what they've seen for a very long time. Elizabeth Warren had to change venues for her event today in red state Indiana because they needed more space. And in a race defined by moments, she may have had one for herself last night. Asked about concerns that the Democratic establishment would hand the nomination to Joe Biden, here's how she responded.
But here's the deal. I don't want to be the America of 10 years back or 20 years back or 30 years back. I want to build a better America. And I think this is our moment to do this, our time in history. So you tell your friend, if she's worried, then put her worry to work. Get up off her butt and volunteer.
That was a cheering crowd in Michigan, by the way. State Donald Trump won by just 10,000 votes in 2016, the smallest margin of any state in that election. So for Democrats, it's heartening to see this, I'm sure. A new Michigan poll shows 5 candidates ahead of Trump in statewide head-to-heads. Biden, Sanders, Buttigieg, Warren, and Harris. The table is back, Matt.
You saw in that clip what I think a lot of people don't realize about Elizabeth Warren, which is she is very dynamic on the stump, and I think you see her rise. I think a lot of things are attributable to her rise. One, obviously her position on impeachment is where the Democratic base is. I think her policies are where the Democratic base is, and importantly, probably not just where the Democratic base is, but she has an answer to the problems of deindustrialization that Donald Trump offered a false answer to. She has a real answer, with policies to address that you haven't necessarily heard from the field yet, at least.
If I can't hear you because my dad has.
The other thing I liked about what I saw from her last night was Joe Biden.
Well, let me get back to you.